Yes, Srikanth, what's your doubt?
So only AWS చెప్తారా సార్ DevOps కలిపి చెప్తారా సార్?
Have you attended our previous sessions?
నో సార్, నేను అటెండ్ అయ్యాను, కొంచెం నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ వల్ల డ్రాప్ అవుట్ అయ్యాను సార్, అందుకు ఇది ఫస్ట్ సెక్షన్
This
సార్ అది.
course is about AWS plus DevOps. Okay, so
Okay.
first we will be covering the essentials of AWS that are required to launch DevOps tools. And
Okay.
next we will be covering Linux commands. And after
Okay.
that, we will be moving towards DevOps tools.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, so hope everyone can able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So yesterday we have discussed about what is Windows and what is Linux, okay, and what are the differences and what are the different favors that are available in Linux, and in Windows what are the different versions that are available. So all these things we have discussed theoretically, okay. So today we are going to launch EC2 instance in AWS cloud, okay. So first we will see how can we launch Windows machine, and then we'll see how to launch a Linux machine on AWS. Okay, yeah. So here you can go to services, okay. You can select EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. You can simply click on this. Okay, so it's been long, so it got logged off. So we need to log in again. Okay, so initially, okay, you have to go to EC2. So once you click on EC2, you will get this dashboard, EC2 dashboard. Okay, so here it will show how many number of instances are running. Okay, so how many placement groups are there, how many security groups are there, how many snapshots are there, all the details about EC2. Those details will be shown here as part of EC2 dashboard. Okay, so as of now, we haven't launched any instances. Okay, now we are going to launch one instance in AWS regions. So here we have selected Sydney as the region. You can choose whatever the region you want. There is no limit for that. Okay, there are no restrictions. You can choose whatever the region you want your instance needs to run. Okay, as of now we have selected Sydney. So Sydney is the region. Okay, so click on this instances. Okay, so if there were any instances already running, then here you might be seeing all the list of instances here. So as we haven't created any instances here, no instances are showing. Okay, now here you can click on launch instances either here or here. Okay, anywhere you can click. So launch instances. Okay, so once you click on launch instances, you will be seeing the first step. Choose an Amazon machine image, AMI. Here Amazon machine image is nothing but in your laptop, it's nothing but OS. So everyone in your lap, whoever is using your laptops, there should be one OS, operating system should be running, right? So by default, Windows will be the operating system, right? Most of us are using. Okay, so here AMI is nothing but operating system. For your instance, what operating system you want. So here, these many number of operating systems are available. If you see here, Amazon Linux 2 AMI. So this is the Linux favor, which is released by Amazon company. Okay, so if you observe clearly, Linux is a open source. Anyone can use it without paying any money. Here Amazon Linux 2 AMI. So this is released by Amazon company. And this is free tier eligible. Free tier eligible is means as of now we are using free tier account. My account is not a paid account, it's a free tier account. So in my free tier account also I can choose this. Guys, please go on mute. Okay, so as part of my free tier account, I may not have the option to select any OS that is available because mine is only trial version. It is up to valid only for 1 year. They might not give high-end operating systems which are having more performance because we are in the trial period only. We are not paying any money, but they want us to show how their AWS looks like. So that is the reason they will give sample services from operating system. They will give few operating systems, not the high-end ones. If we want to use those high-end ones, we have to pay money. Here, Amazon Linux 2 is one of the AMI that is available. Here, free tier eligible. I can select this. If I select this AMI as my operating system, I no need to pay any money because this is free tier eligible. I can use this without paying any cost as part of my free tier account. Here, Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Here you can see some differences. Okay, so this one is also free tier eligible. And one more, Mac OS. This will be used for Apple products, Mac OS. So here you did not see the tag called free tier eligible. Okay, still as part of your free tier account, still you can use this. Still you can use this OS as your AMI. But what will happen if you use this OS? You have to pay money. Initially, you will be giving your debit card and credit card details, right, while creating the account. Okay. If you cross the limits other than free tier account, then at the end of the month, you will be getting some bill. Okay. So we have to be little careful while choosing our AMI. Not only AMI, anything while choosing, they will clearly mention this is a free tier account. So we can select without paying any money. So even in this case also, we can select Mac OS and this one also. But if we select this, we have to pay some money. Is this clear, guys? Free tier eligible versus non-free tier eligible. Are you clear with this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like this, these many operating systems are available, guys. See, Mac OS, Catalina. These are different flavors. Big Sur, Catalina. And see, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 with high availability. Red Hat Enterprise Linux HVM, SSD volume type. So this one is paid one, first one. This is not a free tier eligible. This Red Hat is free tier. You can choose this one. SUSE Linux. See, Ubuntu server, Microsoft Windows server, Ubuntu, deep learning. So all these are what, guys? These are different versions of operating systems only. As of now, we only know there is Windows and there is Linux. But we don't know about all these things, yes or no? Now can you able to understand why these many operating systems are available here? If I directly say like there are two operating systems, Windows and Linux, then you might be having a question like, then what are all these things? Okay, so that is the reason I have clearly explained in the Unix version, what are the different Linux flavors are there and what are the Unix flavors are there, what are the different companies released their OS and how many of them are proprietary and how many of them are open source. We have discussed all these things in detail in yesterday's class. Okay, so here all these are free tier eligible and the remaining are non-free tier eligible. If you want to use them, we can use, but we have to pay some money. Okay, so today we are going to launch one Windows machine. Okay, so what we'll select this one, Windows, Microsoft Windows Server 2022 base. We'll select this one. So our operating system is Windows. We are going to launch one Windows server. Click on select. So we have noticed that you have changed your AMI. Doing so may also clear your previous instance type selection. Yeah. Next. So in the first step, we have to choose our operating system. That is nothing but we have to choose our AMI. And the next step, what is the next step, guys? Choosing our processor plus RAM. That is the next step. So here T2 Nano, that is nothing but it is having only 0.5 GB of RAM. Okay. So T2 Micro, it is having 1 CPU core and 1 GB of RAM. T2 small, 1 CPU core and 2 GB of RAM. T2 extra large, it is having 8 cores and it is having memory of 32 GB. So in general, so what is the maximum RAM you might have heard this in any laptop? Hello. So guys, in your daily life or in your regular life, what is the maximum RAM capacity that you might have heard?
Like I heard recently, 60 and 16 GB.
16 GB. Okay. What is your phone's RAM? Mobile phone's RAM?
6 GB.
6 GB and 8 GB in OnePlus 12 GB, 16 GB also.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you might have heard up to 16 GB or 32 GB or 64 GB, not more than that. Yes or no?
Yes,
Because the
yes,
RAM increases, the performance will be increased and the cost is also getting increased. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you just see, guys, what is the memory RAM available, guys? Here 6144 GB. Okay.
Yeah, it's too high.
And 224 CPU cores. You might have heard about only quad core, octa core, dual core. Only these are the things you might have heard because that performance is enough for you to do your day-to-day activities. But when it comes to companies called NASA, Amazon, Microsoft, or Google, Netflix, so these companies are providing some video streaming services and that requires high performance servers. Okay, when they need high performance, obviously they should have more RAM. So that is the reason Amazon is capable of providing 6144 GB of RAM machine also. So what does it mean is they are going to launch one machine in Sydney location. That machine is having 6144 GB of RAM. Okay, I can select now also I can launch with this capacity. But if I launch with this capacity and if I use that machine, I have to pay money, right? Anyway, I'm not going to use this much amount of RAM. So it is of no use. Yes or no? So obviously we have to go for whatever is eligible for our free tier. See, T2 micro, 1 CPU core and 1 GB of RAM. This is enough. And this is free tier eligible. So we have to select this. Okay. And after that, go to next step. See, here, let's say guys, in your college, they are going to launch one lab. Okay, they are going to launch one AWS Devops lab. Okay, so there are 50 students are there. They want to connect it as in 2 batches. So they will obviously order for 25 computers. So all the 25 computers needs to be having the same configuration and same operating system and everything same, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So every computer should have one disk space, one chair, and one inverter and one switch plug, and everything needs to be provided for each and every computer. Okay, so for one computer, to set up one computer, how much amount of time is required? In order to set up the second computer also, more or less the same amount of time will be required. Okay, so as the number of computers are increased, so the time will also be increased to set up that complete lab. Okay, so but here we are launching in AWS cloud. It won't take much time. Here you can give 100 also. If you give 100, what will happen is, guys, with the operating system that we have selected in the previous step and with the memory, 1 GB of RAM memory, with that configuration, there are 100 different machines will be set up in Sydney location. If you give one, only one machine will be allocated for us in Sydney. You give two machines will be allocated. If you give 200, 200 machines will be allocated with Windows Server 2022 base as operating system and 1 GB RAM of 1 GB memory of RAM. With that configuration, 200 machines will be allocated. Is this clear? So as of now, we need to launch only one machine, so we are giving one. Okay, don't worry about all these things. These are default values, network, subnet, IP address, all those things. Okay, you don't need to change anything. Yeah, here, go to next step. Yeah, so here, see guys, this is root drive. This root drive is nothing but it can be your C drive. So once you open your laptop, so by default there will be one drive, C drive, which will be having all the spaces. After that, you will partition that drive into multiple drives. One drive is for education, one drive is for movies, one drive is for photos. Like that, you will divide that memory. If it is 400 GB of memory, you will divide that into 4 drives and you will give one unique name: C drive, D drive, E drive, and F drive kind of thing. So here by default, it will be having 30 GB. As a free tier account, it will be 30 GB only. Okay, and this is of type SSD. It can be SSD, HDD. These are different types. SSD is nothing but it will be having more performance when it compares to HDD. So this is your hard disk memory, 30 GB. If you want an extra drive, you can click here, EBS. Okay, you can forget about this. This is if you want to copy the memory from any other machine, you can give the snapshot of that one. So here, out of 30 GB, I am giving 15 GB here, and here also I am giving 15 GB, so that 2 drives will be created in your machine. Okay, so as of now, we don't need to have 2 drives. We'll just go with only one drive. So this is our hard disk. And after that, go to next one. Tags. Okay, here tags are nothing but if you want to give any name to your computer, that machine, then here you can give my Windows. Value is machine 1. Here you can, this is the identification purpose, guys. Everyone will be having a name, right? In the same way, for your machine also you want to have any name, you can give here. Next, security groups. Okay, security groups is nothing but, guys, so it is a set of firewall rules that control traffic of your instance. That means who can contact to that machine. Okay, let's say you are in one room, guys. Okay, and that room is locked. Security group is nothing but to which group of people that room lock is given. Only the people whoever having the lock of that room, only those people can access and those people can enter into the room. And other than that, can other people can enter into that room without having the key? Come on, guys, are you guys following or not?
No, sir.
You guys are not following?
No, not following. God.
Okay, so here security group is nothing but, guys, so your machine is there and your machine is there inside one room. Okay, if someone wants to access that machine, they have to enter into that room and they have to work on it. So in order to do that, they should have the key or not. They
Yes,
should have
sir.
the access card or not. Let's
Sir,
say if you guys are working in a company,
Key
you
is
will be
required.
provided with an access card. Whoever is having the access card, only they are allowed to enter inside the office, and others are not allowed. Yes or no?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Here security
Is
group is
required.
also nothing but the same thing, guys. Whoever is having access, security group is nothing but for all the people who can able to access. With that people only a group will be created. That is nothing but a security group in simple terms. Okay, here there are already some security groups are there. You want to add this machine to that group, or else you want to create a separate group. Here we'll go with one separate group. Okay, here RDP, TCP, and port range 3389. So guys, let me explain this. This is your laptop, guys. Okay, this is your EC2 machine. EC2 instance, which is a – okay, every machine will have 65,535 ports. Port is nothing but a gate. Okay. If you want to access this machine from here, it should allow, first of all, it should allow to access it. Okay. So here, what this machine will be having 65,535 ports, right? One of the port is this one. 3389 is the port number. So as it is hard to remember the port number, every port number will be given with one unique name. For port number 3389, the name is RDP. RDP stands for Remote Desktop Protocol. Okay. So if you want to access this machine, it should open this port. Okay. This is nothing but gate. Okay. If this port is opened, then from this laptop, you can enter and you can access this machine. For Windows, as this is the Windows machine, if you want to access your Windows machine remotely from some other location, from some other device, that device has to be opened with 3389 port. That is called as RDP port. Is this clear?
Clear, sir.
Yeah. Here different ports are there, guys. So you see, if you want to access one Google page, okay, this is Google server, guys. Okay. The Google server, and the Google server, Google server. If you want to access any Google services, you have to send a request to this Google server. Where this Google server is installed? In Google's company, there is one big machine is there. On that big machine, that Google server is installed. If you want to access anything from Google, you have to send one request to this Google server. How will you send that request? Through HTTP port. Yes or no? You are accessing this Google server from browser. Yes or no? Anything, if you are accessing the browser to some other server, here Google server has to open one port. Through that port only everyone can send the request. That port is called HTTP port. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
If you want to, you are there, guys. There is a clear difference, guys. Here, Google server is nothing but one laptop or one machine, whatever it is, one machine. On that machine, that Google server software is there. That will accept your request. It doesn't mean you are going to enter Google and you are opening that laptop and you are typing your commands. It's not like that. You are just sending one request to Google server. That's it. And the Google server will take that request and it will send the response back. Here EC2 means you are directly accessing that laptop from your laptop. Is this clear? There is one more laptop is there. One more machine is there. And you are accessing that machine. You are not just sending one request to that EC2 instance and you are getting the response back. It's not like that. There is one more machine is there and you are accessing that machine. Accessing the machine is nothing but you are opening that laptop and you are opening Google Chrome and there you are typing youtube.com. Okay. And you are watching the videos. Whatever you can do in your laptop, you are connecting to that machine and you are doing the same activities on that machine. Doing same activities on that machine is different than sending one HTTP request to Google server. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. So here, one more time I'm repeating. From your laptop, if you want something, you can directly send a request through browser. Here through browser, you are sending a request where you will type www.google.com in the browser. In the browser, you will type that command and that will enter to this Google server through HTTP port. Here with RDP, there will be one more application called RDP. Okay. You have to open that application and there you have to enter the DNS name, username and password. Okay. After typing that, it will get connected you to this EC2 instance. here from your laptop, you no need to open any applications. Okay, here you need to connect with browser. In browser, you have to type and that will enter to HTTP port. Here we have to download one extra application called RDP. Okay, that RDP, in that RDP, it will ask us for what is the DNS name and what is the username and what is the password name. After giving that information, it will get connect us to this EC2 instance. Okay, and that will enter to this port number 3389. Up to this clear, guys?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So this is the final step, guys. Here we have to give the security group. Okay, that is done. Here review. In the review, whatever we have done in the earlier 6 steps, that we can review once again. If we want to any changes, we can make here as well. So we have selected our operating system as Windows Server 2022, and we are going to launch one instance. Okay, and yeah, so here we have given launch wizard 1. That is our default security group. We have, if you want, you can change the group name also, guys. So let me change this. Okay, so just to give us Windows security group. Okay, so yeah, we have selected our operating system. We have selected number of cores along with RAM capacity, and we have created the security group. Okay, and we have given storage details and everything. And now just click on launch option. Okay, so here it will ask us for choose an existing key pair. So here a key pair consists of a public key and private key, guys. So public key will be stored at AWS only. Okay, they will keep that with them, and they will give us a private key. We have to store it in a secured place. Whenever we want to launch our machine, what we have to do is we have to give our private key. If we give our private key to AWS, they will compare that private key information with public key, and they will make some validations. If we are giving the right private key that is associated with the public key that is already stored in AWS, then we can successfully able to log into our machine. Otherwise, we are not able to connect to EC2 machine. This is same as like you are created one Facebook account. Okay, and my username is Vinay1830. Okay, so I have to enter the password which is linked to my account or someone else's account.
Your account.
My account only. So I have created Vinay1830 one account. Okay, Arjun1830 is another account. Okay, if I want to log into my machine, I mean my account Vinay1830, I have to enter the password which is linked to Vinay1830 only. If I enter the password which is related to Arjun1830, then it will show us this is the wrong password for Vinay1830. In the same way, if you want to launch to our machine, obviously it will ask us for username and the password. So here they will be giving the private key. Okay, if we give that private key to that AWS, they will validate with the public key and they will give us the password. After that, we have to enter that password so that we can able to log into EC2 machine. That we'll see it now. Here, if there, this is the first time, there will be no keys are available. Let's say we are going to launch it for the second time. There might be already created keys are there. Okay, one key can be used for multiple instances here, guys. Okay, yeah. So choose an existing key pair or create a new key pair. So we will create a new key pair name. Windows key. Windows key is the new one. We have to download this key pair, guys. See, it is downloaded. So it will be saved with an extension of .pem. So .pem is nothing but private key file, guys. Okay, private key file, and it is also called as privacy enhanced mail. Okay, this is nothing but a private key. If we want to log into our EC2 instance, we have to provide this key so that we'll get the password, and after we enter that password, we can able to connect to our EC2 machine, which is located in Sydney. Okay, we have downloaded and it is stored. Now launch instance. See, Your instances are now launching. The following instance launches have been initiated. This is our instance ID. This is our log file. So creating security group, that step is successful. Authorizing inbound rows is successful. Initiating launches is also successful. Now you can click on this here. It will go to this. Okay. See guys, still instance state pending. So it will take some couple of minutes, guys. So you just click refresh. See, instance state. Earlier it was pending. Now it is running state. So that means our instance with the configuration that we have chosen, with that configuration, there is one instance created. I mean, instance is nothing but one machine. One machine is created in Sydney location with 1 GB of RAM and 30 GB of hard disk memory and with one CPU core. With that configuration, it is created and it is in running state. Okay. See here, guys. Now we have to connect to that machine, right? Yes or no? Okay. See, here your instance ID is this. Here you can change the name, guys. Whatever the name you want, you can give. My Windows. See, so you can see the name here. Okay, so your Windows name is this, and the unique identification number, that is nothing but instance ID is this one. Okay, so here, guys, we have launched only one instance. So that is the reason here we are seeing one. If we would have selected number of instances as two, here you can see two instances with two different instance IDs, guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, 2 out of 2 status checks are passed. Now everything is clear. Yeah. So you can find all the additional information here. See, our instance details. Platform is Windows. It is Windows. Our AMI name, that is nothing but our operating system name, is Windows Server 2022. Okay, and this is the key page, Windows key. Okay, so you can find all these additional, you can explore all this additional information here. Okay, next, security. Go to security. Here you can see this is the security group, Windows security group that we have created. Okay, yeah. So next, networking. So this is, if you are good with networking stuff, then you can easily understand that. As of now, that is not required. So all these are additional information. And the storage. So what is the storage we have chosen? 30 GB. Okay, this is a 30 GB of storage. And only one drive is available. If there are more than one drive, you can see multiple entries here. Okay, so now we want to connect to that machine. I mean, this is the machine available and which is located in Sydney. The same thing I have been telling multiple times. But how can we know that? Connect. Click on connect. So here, guys, connect. After clicking on connect, you can see different options here. Session manager and RDP client. So click on RDP client. Okay. So as I said, if you want to connect to Google server, you have to type the commands in the browser. Okay. In the same way, if we want to connect to that machine, we should have some separate application called RDP, remote desktop file. So that is nothing but this one. We have to download this. Download remote desktop file. This is one application. Okay. Yeah. As I said, if you want to connect to that machine, you should have DNS and username and password, right? So this is the DNS name, public DNS name, EC2 320. This is the DNS name, and password, get password. You just click on this opening RDP client. Okay, yeah, remote desktop connection. Connect. Okay, see, your username is administrator, guys. Okay, this is given by this AWS only. Your username is administrator and your DNS name is this one. After you download this remote desktop file, and if you click on this one, it will directly take your username and DNS name. See, 172.ep.southeast, 172.ep.southeast compute. This is nothing but your DNS name. Your DNS name and your administrator, I mean your username is already taken. All you need is you have to just enter password. How can we get the password? Click on this get password, and you have to provide that private key that you have already downloaded. Click on browse. Okay, so where this is stored? In the download section. Okay, Windows key .pem. This is our private key, right? We have to supply this private key to the AWS. Yeah, so they have Windows key. It is successfully verified. Okay, other than this, if I give other than this PEM file, if I give some other PEM file, then you would not get this private key, guys. Okay, this is your private key. So after this one, decrypt password. Password decryption successful. So this is our password. You can copy this. So don't confuse, guys. I have given the private key, whatever I have downloaded in my previous step, and I have provided that private key to AWS, and they have, that is in the form of encrypted form. They have decrypted that private key and it got successfully validated so that it provided me the password. So here I have to provide this password here. I have entered the password and click on OK. Yes. See, guys, everyone can able to see the screen now. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So is this the screen of my laptop? Is this my laptop screen? Of course, you are seeing my laptop screen only, but so is this the screen of my machine?
Instance machine.
This is one laptop. Just now you have seen, see, I am just minimizing it. You are seeing this screen. This is my laptop, my machine. You are not physically holding my machine, but you can able to see my screen. Yes or no? Here, like that, this is also one more laptop, which is located in Sydney, in Amazon region. Okay. So here, if you see here, this PC. See, what is the GB, guys? C drive 29.9 GB. What we have selected? 30 GB we have chosen. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Out of 29.9 GB, it will never be a complete whole number. some part of memory will be used for some system services kind of thing. So that is the reason we are not seeing exact 30 GB. It is 29.9 GB. Out of 29.9 GB, 16 GB is free. Then what happened to remaining 13 GB? That 13 GB is consumed by our operating system. We have installed operating system is the first software that is installed on the hardware. Yes or no? Operating system is also one of the application. If you have that application in your machine, then only you can install other applications. Yes or no? So for that application also, that application operating system is also nothing but a set of programs. For that, it will take some memory. So as the operating system is more, so it has consumed 13 GB of memory. So that is the reason remaining GB is 16.9 GB is available. Okay. Is this clear, guys? Hello. See, so in the remote, whatever the machine that is available in Sydney region, on that Sydney region, I am trying to open YouTube. Yes or no? So, but here the browser needs to be Google. Let me open some Google. See, can I able to see Google or not? Yes or no, guys? So
Yes.
in the Amazon region, the region name is Sydney. On that Sydney location, we have launched one machine, and that machine is ready for our use. In this machine only, now when we started our DevOps classes, we are going to install the tools, whatever the tools we will be using in the DevOps. That tools we will be installing in this machine only, not in our local machine. Okay. If someone wants to do some traffic related stuff, they will log into this machine and they will get the files and they will access it. In order to access that machine, what you required? Only you required one basic laptop or basic machine with an proper internet connectivity. Okay, so this is how we can launch a Windows machine. We have to launch the Windows machine. After that, we have to download that RDP client, remote desktop file. Once we have that remote desktop file, we have to supply the password. Once we have successfully supplied the password, it will connect us to the launched instance. So this is our launched instance, which is located in Sydney. And their current time is 4:26. If you want, you can check. Okay. $2:27 p.m. Okay. Any doubts?
Sir, next time when we want to launch the instance, do we have to again download the RDP file, or we can choose the downloaded file?
So every time you have to download the file. Here RDP, what it will happen? There is a separate application called RDP, guys. Okay. if you download this, okay, here by default it is taken. These credentials will be used to connect to EC2 326.70.172. This one. This is the DNS name and this is the username. These two things are taken from here directly. These two things are taken from here directly because it is here, these are available. If we download it from here, it will take by default. Whatever the values are there here, it will take by default. Tomorrow,
Okay.
you are launching one more instance. So that instance will be having a different DNS name and different username. Okay. If you use the previous remote desktop file, you will not be seeing the recent values there. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
It will currently it is having, let's say this is 1 and 1. Okay. It will take the values as 1 and 1 and it will just ask you for the password. Tomorrow you are launching 2 and 2. Public DNS name is 2 and username is 2. And if you download it from there, you will get this 2 and 2 from directly here, that file. The downloaded file will take the values 2 and 2. But instead of that, if you use the previous file, it will be having the values of 1 and 1 only, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the reason it is better. You have to download it from here, or else you have to enter all these details manually. DNS name and the username, you have to enter it manually.
Okay. So this RDP, this instance for only this instance, this is the RDP file. For another
Yes.
instance, there is a different file. Okay.
Yeah, this RDP is just
Okay.
nothing but this is just a client only. This is just an application only.
Okay.
See, here use a different account. You don't need to download it again. Use a different account. Okay,
Okay.
here you have to enter the details.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is the reason. Instead of entering those details manually, it is better to download this file. It will take automatically whatever the values are present here. That is the better, right? If we type manually, we might make some mistakes. This is the lengthy DNS name, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how we can launch a Windows instance. So there is something different when we launch a Linux instance that we will cover in tomorrow's session. Any doubts?
Sir, you are telling that with these machines, we are what do you say? We are using